a lot of different nations would have travelled up and down this valley to get to lower elevation areas, as this is the main corridor between Jasper and Banff. Now here at Pursuit, we work very closely with a lot of different Indigenous partners, but especially the Stoney and Cree nations. From those two respective nations, we've been given words and stories to share with you all today that you're always more than welcome to share throughout your travels, creating a lovely trickle-down effect of information that then makes everybody a bit smarter. And the first word/story I'm going to teach you comes from the Stoney Nation. And when they would travel down this valley to get to Jasper for the spring, where there is a lot more food and resources, they would need a big landmark to help identify where they are and where they're going. And they used the amazing Athabasca Glacier, except they would have never referred to it as the Athabasca Glacier, instead calling it Chaha Tonga, which not only is really fun to say, but it also translates to big ice. And I think that's a very fitting name for a glacier, if you ask me. Now, in a bit more of a recent history and Brewster's connection to this place, that started in the 1920s when the Brewster brothers would provide horseback guided tours all the way from Lake Louise onto the glacier itself. They continued to do this until 1950, when Parks Canada stepped in and released a permit, which was won by Bill Ruddy, who got in contact with Bombardier to buy their B-12 off of them, which is the yellow vehicle located at the front of Starbucks. He continued to provide those tours all the way until 1969, when he sold his license to Brewster, and Brewster was super eager to expand, getting in contact with a company known as Foremost to create the new glacial travel machine. This vehicle was your classic transit bus, but then they'd installed some big cat tracks underneath. And they thought they'd done a great job, except for the fact that they'd forgotten some small things, including that they forgot to add any windows that would open or any sort of air conditioning. They also forgot to install any sort of suspension. So this meant that the bus quickly gained the nickname, the Shake and Bake, as that's what it would do to its lovely guests. Now don't worry, today you are not getting on the Shake and Bake, instead you are getting on a Ice Explorer. You are actually getting on the infamous Elk Bus, which is the fastest bus in our fleet. And don't believe what Leanne says when it can only go 15 kilometers an hour. She just needs to get it into that 5th gear. And Leanne will be your driver today, taking you out to the glacier, and you get that full Canadian experience